grappling hooks.
It was a cartoon,
That's all I need to know.
it.
Did
you hear the second half of that sentence? I said, this is such a cartoon, and I love it. I want more of it. I guess it's my turn. I guess I'm back. I'm going to, as much as I want to pick Braun Strowman to win this one, just because he just has a rocket on his ass, taking him to beyond the galaxies. He's so over right now.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, just not at the Royal Rumble. It's gonna continue the whole. I'm gonna say what I said at SummerSlam, and it's just they're saving Brock Lesnar for Roman Reigns. They're gonna have Brock Lesnar win this one. He's gonna pin Kane just so Braun doesn't eat the pin. Which is sad to say, being a hardcore Canaanite that I am. Sad but true. It would just be hilarious if Kane won. It'll just be the most random shit ever. He'll just have the Universal title and then lose it the next night. That's just apparently his thing. Except when it comes to the World Heavyweight title.
Kane would be the ultimate, everyone in the world watching.
He would be the ultimate troll.
No, but just everyone in the world watching just does a what face the entire... Wait, what?
Braun Strowman power slams Lesnar, and then Kane just pushes him out, and Kane is the one that pins Lesnar in their first match against each other.
And all the people just go, wait,
what the hell is going... What? Wait, what?
Did that really just happen?
Kane's a champion! At least that's what would be my reaction. I still love
About a
Kane
quarter
so
of the people would be like, Kane's a champion, yes! And 3/4 of the people would be like, fuck this.
It's like, this title means absolutely nothing when you have someone as old as Kane winning the Universal title, and you have such a great roster. But hey, that's what the 3/4 said. That's not what I'm going to say.
Kane isn't old. He's just delightfully seasoned.
I'll go with that one.
Yes,
because I can't say anything bad about
politics. Kane is champion. That's money right there.
That's a win. That's a win.
That's a mayoral win.
Oh! But yeah, it's going to be Brock Lesnar. As much as I want it to be, either Kane or Braun now.
I'll tell you what.
Just because of our discussion. I'm happy with either of the other two, but it's going to be Brock.
I'll tell you what.
I'm happy about that.
You got all the facts you need, but for me personally, I'm going to be following my heart on this. This is going to be my follow my heart vote. I'm going to go with Braun Strowman. I'm really hoping that this is where this is going, and I think this is a good time as any for Braun Strowman. Capitalize him, get him ways hot. Boom.
I want Braun Strowman to be in the main. I want him to be with Roman Reigns and Lesnar. I was like, I haven't been pinned. I'm not finished with you.
You're gonna catch these hands.
You're gonna get these hands.
Well,
Brian,
you wanted to go with your heart. I don't have a heart. Brock Lesnar pins Braun Strowman. No, just kidding. No,
Brian.
No,
Brian.
Lies.
Yeah,
lies.
Please stop. That's
Lesnar,
too much.
Braun Strowman has been built up the way that he's been built up. Not to get the pin here, but to be that guy who beats the shit out of both guys. They have to team up to take him out. And then Brock Lesnar pins Kane because Kane is easy pickings to Brock Lesnar. Braun Strowman has been so dominant over this build.
It's awesome.
That
I'm sorry, it really is.
You're not wrong.
It is awesome, so but he's been built up so big. He's been built up too big.
This is what WWE wanted Roman Reigns to be.
But he's been built up too big to win it here.
He needs a Mania. He needs to win it at Mania.
He's been built up. He's been built up too big to win the title for his first time in a triple threat match. No, sir. He wins in a one-on-one, and he's the one to take it off of Roman Reigns when Roman Reigns beats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Night at Raw after Mania.
So, In order to get there, okay, it's been since last WrestleMania when Brock Lesnar won the title that it was said that he's going to retain throughout the year and he's going to lose it to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Do we like it? No. But we're here now. We're here now. And this is Vince McMahon.
Damn it.
Okay, and let's face it, the people... This isn't a Daniel Bryan situation where the crowd is completely taking over the show and will not rest until Daniel Bryan is the champion at the end of WrestleMania. This is not that situation. As much as we want it to be, it's not. They're not going to change their money-making plan for WrestleMania. Therefore, that's the reason why they put Kane in this match. There was a reason we went, oh no, when we thought it was going to be Brock versus Braun Strowman at the Royal Rumble again. Because Brock Lesnar was always going to win at the Royal Rumble. They put in Kane so that Braun Strowman doesn't look like a bitch like he did
at SummerSlam. Not SummerSlam.
At
whatever the pay-per-view was after.
Yeah. If he lost twice, Braun Strowman's done. This is their way to get Brock Lesnar to the main event of WrestleMania and not have Braun Strowman look like a bitch in the process. And not kill Braun Strowman's character before it can start. Therefore, Brock Lesnar pins Kane. Braun Strowman looks really strong because it takes two of them to take him out long enough for Brock Lesnar to get the pin on Kane.
That pretty much sums it up, which brings us to the first of what we're all really coming here to see. First of the two Royal Rumble matches. First off, we're kicking off with the ladies in the Women's Royal Rumble. That is looking like a very impressive field. And really, just looking at the amount of ladies on the roster there.
Hold on. Now this looks more like an impressive field.
Oh, put your hand down. Some of us still like her.
I'm sad that you do.
Well, I am not.
Because she doesn't like you.
Who are you talking about? Most women I know?
No, I'm just detailing. I'm just specifically pointing at this piece of shit, Sasha Banks. She is the worst kind of person you can possibly meet.
Lies and hearsay. But anyway, when it comes to this match, do we want to say on three who our prediction is, or do we want to go down the line?
No, we're going all of us at the same time.
Oh, okay, on three?
On three.
1, 2, 3. Asuka! I mean,
come on now. As long as they don't pull some shit, because apparently Stephanie McMahon's commentating now.
Of course she is. Really?
So,
is that really a thing?
That's really a thing.
It did.
So all of a sudden, that kind of put things in flux, and then I was like, no, Asuka would fucking eat Stephanie McMahon.
But
no.
I will say one thing that did actually make this very interesting for me. Just recently, Triple H did do a press phone call or a conference call.
Legitimately about 3 hours before this taping.
Yes, indeed. And among those comments, they did talk about the other woman who was a front runner for winning this match, Ronda
Technically
Rousey.
still is, according to the betting odds.
But even so, the way that Triple H was talking, it really did seem like Ronda's debut was way, way too far off. If it
I just want to
all.
put this out there. Okay. He said the same thing about Samoa Joe before he debuted 3 days after. He said the same exact thing. However,
even so, even before I even read this, my opinion has still not changed on this. Strictly because that with the way Samoa Joe doesn't have the raw mainstream star power that someone like Ronda Rousey does. Ronda Rousey, in my opinion, is better suited to being a draw at a big show like WrestleMania. Something with a lot more mainstream draw power. And just instead of making her big debut wrestling match at a Royal Rumble or around this time.
Yeah, there needs to be build to it.
You do not just as cool as a moment as it would be to put her in the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. That is the kind of match that you need to have build for. So all that and all these other things concerned is why I personally am going with my personal favorite, and the only other real big front runner is Asuka.
And with Asuka, you cannot have her lose right now.
Even if it's not a pinfall, a loss is a loss.
Mm-hmm.
You get eliminated, you lose. That if she gets thrown out, her undefeated streak is gone.
Yeah, that's not something you lose in a Royal Rumble type situation.
Not at all.
No. So as much as I would love to pick Becky Lynch here, it's obviously Asuka. But I can see the final two being Asuka versus Becky Lynch if they don't want to get stupid and put Stephanie McMahon in there.
That would be fun. I really don't think it'll happen.
I hope not.
Nah, I think and honestly, another legitimate reason why I'm not afraid of this happening is because they already pulled some shenanigans with the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, where they had to go back and redo it just so they can get that hero shot for Carmella.
Because the crowd shit on it so badly.
Yeah, they don't. There was too much legitimate negative backlash, not just regular fan heat. That you know what? Ellsworth. I don't think they're going to pull anything like that again. Not
anywhere else. Okay,
maybe for the second or third time they do it.
No,
but not tonight.
Anywhere else, I would argue with you. But this is Philly. And they're already pissed off about Royal Rumbles in Philly.
Which, again, is another reason why they wouldn't dare pull a stunt like this. Not tonight. Not tonight and not in that city.
Not for this Rumble and not for the next Rumble, which I think that's a good segue into it.
Yes.
The next Rumble.
Next match, the Men's Royal Rumble, the one we classically wait for. And again, a nice spread of talent. Sure, there's going to be some surprises there too.
There's a nice spread of talent. But I forgot. Go ahead.
Yes. Who wants to go first with theirs?
Whose turn is it?
Well, technically, the Asuka, the last one was mine.
The last one was yours, so this one is mine.
Kick us off.
I'm not going to do any talk build up. I've been saying this for months. It's going to be Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm saying that they're going to give they give the first ever women's one to the Raw side, which is for Asuka, and for the initial one, they're just going to give it to a SmackDown talent, and it's going to be Shinsuke Nakamura. And from what it's looking like, I can actually see them actually having some kind of triple threat for the title with Randy Orton, kind of like slowly inserting himself with Shinsuke.
I really don't want.
Oh, I don't want it either. I love. No. Well, I can't even say I love. I am a small fan of Randy Orton. Very small because of what he did with Bray Wyatt last year. Yeah, that hurt him a lot. And then the whole gender thing. Not his fault, but you can't. When you bring the great cheese back, but we've talked about that.
When you're a part of the program that brought the great cheese back to life, we're not. We don't like you very much.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Shinsuke all the way.
Yeah, really.
I got nothing else to say.
Or maybe eat some hay or lay by the bay. You just may. What do you say? Yeah, I'm going with Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm going with Shinsuke Nakamura for all the reasons you just described, but also one more that I was alluding to before. That, yeah, if he wins this match with the results that we got later on in the night, assuming they all go